So a couple minutes away from here, our Division II girls, race number 9. So girls Division II here, we got Ayala, Canyon of Anaheim Hills, Citrus Valley, Claremont, El Toro, Lucerna, Mira Costa, our defending champions, Murrieta Valley, Newbury Park. They were their Division I champions a year ago, and they were Division II champions back in 2019. So they come back to Division II to try to reclaim that title. They go in as the favorites, ranked number 1. Peninsula, Portola, Saugus, Tesoro, Ventura, Westlake, and Woodbridge. So we crowned 8 team champions there. You just saw San Clemente earn their first ever divisional championship and their second year in a row of qualifying for the state champs. They'll go to Fresno next week, ranked number 1 squad. Meanwhile, Newbury Park, currently ranked number 2 in the state, and they're on the line.
Let's go, Canyon! Woo! Let's go, Aelo! Set.
And one last race to go here for our girls here at the 2022 Southern Section Finals. Sadie Engelhardt of Ventura. You saw something last week as she ran the second fastest time of sophomores ever run on this course. She went 16:39. We'll see what she does here today with the state meet coming up next week. Denise Chen coming off a great effort last week as well. She went 17:40 at the Invitational. Mackenzie Browne, 17:38 a week ago. She was our 2019 Division II champion. She is now a senior. Also look for Anna Chittenden. She was 17:44 at the Mount Sac Invitational. She was 9th a year ago. Alicia Hawkins and her teammate Tiffany Sachs both coming across at 18:14 last week, looking very comfortable there with her teammate Sophia Grant as well. Aelo Curtis of Ventura, 9th grader. We also got Ariel Avena of Murrieta Valley. She went 17:51 a year ago. So we'll get some splits here, but this is our Division II girls. So 73 seconds there, 73 getting after in the first 400 meters. Also look for Jadyn Zdanavage of Portola. She's a two-time state meet qualifier. She'll be heading off to the University of Michigan in the fall. Mackenzie Kordic of Peninsula really coming to her own this year as a sophomore. We got Liliana Hutchings of Norco. She was a state meet qualifier a year ago as a freshman. Also look for Lucia Pearson of Saugus, a 9th grader. Some very talented 9th graders in this field. Aisling Callanan of Peninsula, also in that mix as well. She was an East Bay Foot Locker East Bay finalist a year ago. She'll be heading off to the University of Texas. So no surprises there. Miss Sadie Engelhardt, the sophomore, taking that crew through at 2:28 for the first 800. And it looks like Avena of Murrieta Valley right there in her shadow, but everybody in it there early on here in the Division II Girls CIF Championship. Newbury Park, number 1 ranked coming into the action, number 2 ranked state race in Division II. They have 4 in the top 15 early on with Hawkins, Sachs, and Grant up there. Mackenzie Browne right there. Engelhardt, your early leader. She's already broken away from the group. Last week she came through the mile at 5:12. We'll see what our plan is today here. We've got a couple more weeks of preparation, but Sadie Engelhardt coming through at 5:17. That is comfortable 5:17 as you're ever going to see anybody ever run there. Engelhardt, one of the arguably the top girl in the nation thus far. So in that top three, we got the defending state champion for the 1,600 meters. And right there in that chase pack is Mackenzie Browne. She's the defending state champion for the 800 meters. Meanwhile, Chittenden of Mira Costa in that chase pack as well with Avina. And then Sachs, Denise Chen, Zdanavage, all the people projecting that we finish in that top 10 are right where they need to be at the mile. There, Maya Tucker trying to make it as an individual. Meanwhile, Kordic and Claremont, a Peninsula, running out that top 10 coming through the mile mark. So Curtis, Hawkins, Hutchins, Grant, Lamelli, and coming through that mile mark, Newbury Park, as anticipated there, they are in the leaders, and they're going to come through about 50-point advantage there over Citrus Valley, Claremont, Ventura, and only 5 points separating our next 2, 3, and 4 squads there. Mira Valley, Aelo, and Canyon at Anaheim Hills. They are currently in 7th coming through the mile. And Engelhardt has now opened this one up to a 17-second advantage, and much like we saw last week at the prelims where she went 16:39. And that race for second place, though, it is good. And Mackenzie Browne leading that chase back. That looks like Sachs of Newbury Park right there, her shadow with the gold over the black.
Come on, girlfriend! Come on, Claremont!
So Chittenden right there in that group as well. But Browne has now made a move at the top of switchbacks and now open up what looks like about a 10-meter lead over that chase group of Sachs and Chittenden. One of the best we've ever seen here on the Mount Sac course. Over the best in the southern section. Miss Sadie Engelhardt, the sophomore, continuing to purr down switchbacks right now. Mackenzie Browne, though, in that second race is now broken away from that group. Engelhardt and Mackenzie Browne.
Great attitude.
Makenzie, her sister, Michaela Browne, who's really good runner too. Where? Also from
And right now, Engelhardt at 9:05 at the crossover. And Curtis, her teammate, moving up great there. She was just rolling down switchbacks and now working her way into the top 3. So Ventura with 2 in the top 3. And Newbury Park there. Nice advantage. They have 3 at the crossover. At the mile mark, Newbury Park came through with a 65-point advantage there over Citrus Valley, Ventura, and Claremont. Meanwhile, Mira Valley trying to make their way back to the state meet for the first time since 2003. They are currently 5th at the mile mark Ayala and Canyon of Anaheim Hills fighting right there with Mira Costa for that 7th spot, but very early on there, only through the 1 mile.
All right, Sophia!
Engelhardt continued to make it look too easy. And last year, she was 3rd here at the divisional championships. Went on to finish 2nd place at the California State meet. Denise Chen, she is currently in the top 6. She was 6th here a year ago. Hawkins was 5th in Division 1. Zdanavage of Portola, she was 7th a year ago, so we'll get a split here as they come through the 2 mile. Last week, Engelhardt came through the 2 mile at 11:08. So Engelhardt coming through 11:21 for Engelhardt of Ventura, and Curtis, her teammate, has now taken control of 2nd place at 11:39. So the Cougars of Ventura, their boys, really put on a show earlier, taking 2nd place behind Newbury Park, and now the girls kind of carving out their own resume here as well with the top 2 spots, the 2 mile, and trying to make their way to the California State meet as well. Meanwhile, Chittenden had moved ahead of Browne there for 3rd place. Tiffany Sachs, the sophomore to Newbury Park, currently running 5th. Zdanavage of Portola and Denise Chen running 6th and 7th respectively. Hawkins of Newbury Park there in 8th. Kordic and Callanan together they're in 9th and 10th. But Newbury Park, they're going to take control of the team side of things. They're 3 in the top 11 early on. We'll be able to get you team scores here as our teams start to cross with their 5th runners. But Engelhardt and Curtis, Engelhardt backing off just a little bit from what we saw last week there. But her teammate is absolutely putting on her own show here, coming through at 11:39 for the 2 mile there in that runner-up spot. The Panthers of Newbury Park, as expected, they were the first team with 5 across. Again, they were your Division II champions in 19, came back to win the Division I title a year ago. But Sachs and Hawkins coming through under 12 minutes, the 2 mile mark, and they are 2 in the top 8. And Sophia Grant, the freshman in Newbury Park, running 11th. But right now, there she is, folks. That is Miss Sadie Engelhardt, the sophomore, now starting to crest and move her way up Reservoir, the last of the 3 hills here at Mount Sac. And a great battle ensuing there for 2nd place as Anna Chittenden now putting in a surge on her own at the very base of Reservoir and moving into 2nd ahead of the freshman Curtis. And at the 2 mile mark, check that, Newbury Park with a sizable advantage there over Ventura. But now that battle for 3rd place really heating up. Mira Costa moving up from 8th place up to 3rd there in that middle mile, and now with a 4-point advantage over Claremont. Citrus Valley holding on to 5th place, but El Toro moving up well there in the middle rounds as well, as they are now 6th at the 2 mile mark ahead of, check that, El Toro moving back to 7th as Canyon of Anaheim Hills trying to get up there and make it to the California State meet. They are now 5th place. Only 13 points separating our 5th, Citrus Valley, Canyon, and El Toro for those last 3 spots of the state meet.
Let's go, Anna! Let's go, Anna! Let's go, Anna! That's time to go, Anna!
Oh, Sadie Engelhardt now into the saddle, making that left turn. She'll be right around 17 minutes.
Let's go, Denise! Let's go, Denise!
So Engelhardt now on the airstrip. She'll be right around 17 minutes and looking at that, looking as easy as it can. Just shutting it down in cruise mode here, getting ready for next weekend's state championships where she was the runner-up a year ago. And right now, Chittenden and Mira Costa continue to have a great second half of the race here. And Curtis running third for Ventura. So this is going to be your Division II CIF champion. She went third last year as a freshman and not going to be denied here in 2022. This is going to be your Division II champion, your sophomore from Ventura, Miss Sadie Engelhardt. Come on through, 17-12, 17-12. Great second half of the race there. This is Anna Chittenden of Mira Costa. And Chittenden's going to lead the scoring there for the Mustangs at 17-26. Great step-up performance there for the freshman from Ventura. This is Aelo Curtis. So Ventura, sophomore and freshman, two in the top three here. And Zdanavage of Portola, she will make her way back to the state championships. She's already a two-time state qualifier. This could be her third trip. We'll see how the team scoring goes. Meanwhile, Sachs and Hawkins coming across there from Newbury Park with Jen of Claremont, all under 18 minutes. Mackenzie Browne, she will come on through at 18:02. Kordic with a great second half of the race there for Peninsula at 18:05. Aislinn Callahan, she'll be heading off to the University of Texas in the fall, coming through 18:18. Lamelli of Citrus Valley, 18:25. So we'll see how the team scoring now ensues here in this great Division II battle. Newbury Park had a pretty sizable advantage to that 2-mile mark, but it's going to come down to this last mile to decide those last 6 spots onto the California State meet. El Toro was holding on to that 7th spot just ahead of Peninsula. And Newbury Park, after 4 scores, they have the advantage over Ventura. Unofficial right now, nobody with 5 scores yet. But Newbury Park, they will come through with their first team with 5 across. And this is where those spots on to the California State meet next weekend are going to be decided here. And Mira Costa coming up big as they usually do in November. And they will be your second squad with 5 across. Ventura, now with their fifth across, they're going to nudge just ahead of Mira Costa. We'll see if that holds up there. But Claremont and El Toro coming through with their fifth across. And Claremont now moving up. Canyon of Anaheim Hills. Big step up performance there for Canyon, and they will now leapfrog a couple squads up to fourth place there. But right now, Ventura and Mr. Mira Costa, 3 points separating them for that runner-up plaque. Canyon of Anaheim Hills, 3 points ahead of Claremont. And Citrus Valley in that sixth spot. This will be their first time ever qualifying for the California State Meet. And El Toro trying to make themselves another trip to the state meet as well. At Newbury Park, this is going to be 3 championships in a row, 2019, 21, and now here in 22. For Ventura, this will be their 6th state meet appearance in the last 7 seasons. In Claremont, this will be 9 straight years of making the California State Meet. Mira Costa, this is 7 years in a row for them, 13th time in the last 15 seasons for Mira Costa as they are holding on to that 3rd spot. Ventura with a 5-point advantage there in that runner-up plaque. Hills, they're going to hold on here for a top 5 finish on the state meet as well. El Toro right now with a 23-point advantage here with most of the teams already coming through, 16 all together.
Finishing 7th, Quartz Hill with a score of 219. Just 3 points ahead of them. Scoring 211.6. Santa Monica to lead the scoring there. 17-26. Great score. Hey, Jadyn. Once again, the runner-up, Santiago Corona. Advantage that 2-mile mark, but it's going to come down this last mile to decide that last 6 spot just ahead of Peninsula.
I know! Well, my son's like one.
Newbury Park after 4 scores, they have the advantage over Ventura. Once again, that's all that's now. CIF Southern Section Division 1 champions.
Shut your mouth.
Hey guys, what's up?
Be up!
Yeah.
They came out in prelims and they were able to, they ran through the course, and like Aelo, she saw stars. She was out there with Sadie in the first in prelims, and then she saw the hills and she was like, oh my gosh, I think she ran 18:14. So she slowed it up, went about 10 or 15 seconds slower in the first mile, went into that first mile in 15th or 20th place, and came out in 3rd and just held it, right? So it's just a great race by her. I think she ran 17:40 something. Sadie, she's a competitor. We got Melanie True back, who hadn't really run very much at all. And I just said, you need to run 19:30 for us and help those girls get through. They all segmented that race, attacked the hills with a purpose, right? They knew what to do on the hills. They knew getting over the top, they needed to get back to speed and run down those hills fast and run the flats fast. They had something to do, so they weren't thinking about how hard this course is or whatever. It's the fastest course you run if you run it right.